So when taking delivery of your Tesla, they tell you so many great things about the car, but one topic that they don't really cover is what to do in emergency situations. So in today's video, I'm going to cover some of the emergency features on your Tesla that every Tesla owner should know. One of the features that you need to know in an emergency situation: what if you go to a charger and the charger decides to get stuck inside of your charge port and you can't get it out? The worst thing and the last thing that you really want to do is start yanking at the charger, because you might damage the car or the cord, or better yet, electrocute yourself.
You don't want to get struck by lightning!
If you look right up here in the trunk, there's like a triangle cut out, and you reach inside of here, there's a little cord. If you pull this right here, it will manually release the charge port. What if the car loses power? What if you need to get out of the car in an emergency situation? In this instance, you have an emergency release right here. Normally you would use the electric release, but if there is no power, you have the two windows and you have a latch right here, and you will just pull right here on that latch and you will open it right up. However, don't use that a lot, because as you can see, it will damage your trim after a while, and so they really strongly suggest you not use that. But for the sake of this video, I did roll down my window so I could feel better about it. But if you're driving, don't experience and mess with or tamper with the emergency release, because it will open whenever you're driving. It will open if the car is locked. It will open if you pull it. Now, however, if you have passengers in the back seat, they have their own emergency release. A lot of times I just tell my kids, if something would happen, just crawl over, because I'm going to show you in the back seat how we will open up the emergency release. The first thing that you will have to do, if things are in here, you will have to take it out. You will have to take the rubber outlining here, and you're going to pull that out. Now under there you have a little box, and you will have to get like your fingernails, or luckily in my hand right now, because I knew I was recording a video, is that I brought a flathead screwdriver. So if you have one laying around in your car, however, how many people really have these just laying around in the back seat for the kids? So then you will just pull this up, pop it out, and once you pop that out, there's a foam little cord here, and with that foam cord you will pull it, and that is your emergency release for the back seat. However, in a real emergency, again, it may be easier for you to just tell the kids to climb over the seat. Now, if you're about to park your car and you don't want your car like rolling away or anything like that, or anyone who just like can push your car out of the way, you want to activate your emergency brake on your car. Yes, you can go down to the safety menu, click there, scroll all the way down on your screen, put your foot on the brake, and then press that for your emergency brake. Or you can simply just come over here to the gear shift here and just hold it down like for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and now you can see right there is telling us the emergency brake is applied. And one feature that stands out with Tesla than any other car on the market is the lack of all those unnecessary controls and buttons. If you're in an emergency situation and you want to access the emergency blinkers, like if you're on the side of the road, there's actually a physical button right here. So if you press this right now, the emergency blinkers will blink on the car. So as you can see, even on the outside, the car is blinking, and unofficially I heard that that was due to regulation, that it's still a requirement to have a physical button. So you don't want to be in an emergency situation and have to go through the screen to figure out how to put on your emergency blinkers. You just reach up. And some people might say that's like a, hey, that's a gimme. But once you get into a car and you don't see any physical buttons, the last time, especially if you're freaking out, that people might want to look is. So another cool thing about your Tesla is up front, you no longer have an engine like a traditional car. You have what you call a frunk. Now, I'm too big to close this frunk on top of me, but however, what if you have a kid? One of the first conversations that I had with my 2 daughters, if you ever get in the front, which I'm not sure why they would get in the front, but kids do like the darndest things. And if they need to get out because they closed the front on themselves, Inside of the front, you have an emergency release, and it's actually the light right here, and it also glows in the dark, and you will just press it. Teslas, they are great cars. They're like computer on wheels. However, what if the car is completely dead? Because you have to realize that if the car is completely dead, you will no longer be able to get in the car because there's no place where you can put a key and manually open the car from the outside. This is something that the great engineers over at Tesla already had in mind, and this is a way that you can access your car without any power. And it pretty much all boils down to right here at the tow hitch. Some people don't know, if you press in where the tow thing is, just right lightly, you pull this out right here, and from here, after you hit the red and black wires, you know, red is positive, black is negative, and once you connect those, it will manually pop open the frunk. Now, after you manually pop open the frunk, you're going to remove all of this. Now, I said it's a way to get in. I didn't say it was like the simplest way to get in, but it's not difficult. And after you go through, and you don't want to pull hard because it's like plastic and you don't want to break anything off. Now, from there, after you get that off, if you can see, you have a screw here, a star screw over there, and so I don't have a star screw on me right now, but just know that right behind here you're going to find a positive right here, and the battery is right down in there. So this is a way to enter the car and access the battery if the battery is completely dead. We already know that Teslas are powerful vehicles. They have so much power. However, sometimes those unfortunate videos out there that we see where Teslas are catching fire. However, you just got to think of gasoline cars catch fire so much more than Teslas. So this right here is the Tesla high voltage wire, and Tesla is committed to helping fire departments and first responders safely handle emergency situations. So the thing is, they have these little stickers here, and it will tell the first responders exactly where to cut in order to safely disable the battery in the high voltage. There is one over here, but if they would have to get inside the car, even if they would have to break out the small glass, what they would do in order to disable is that they will pull this back right here, and there's another sticker right here. It came like that. A lot of Teslas, it is under there. However, mine came like that, and every time I tried to stuff it in, it kept popping back out. And there are so many more safety features, especially diagrams of all of the wiring that Tesla included at tesla.com/first responders. I'm going to put that link right here on the screen, and also I'm going to link that down in the description box below. There are so many more tips and tricks that you need to know about your Tesla, and I'm going to leave those in the video right over there on the top, and also the bottom video there. I was stuck on the side of the road, and it took Tesla 2 days in order for them to replace the tire on my car. So I wish I'd known about something like this. It's a 7-piece tire plug kit, and I tell you all about that in the bottom video over there, and I will see you in the next video.